30 minutes from now. Mr. Trump is about to meet with several influential CEOs for their take on the economy, but some of those high-profile seats are going to be empty. The Disney CEO, Bob Iger, won't be going because of scheduling conflicts. And earlier, Uber CEO Travis Kalanick announced that he is pulling out of the group. Uber got caught in the huge backlash around Mr. Trump's travel ban, and Kalanick was pressured about his spot on the council. Now let's get an in-depth look at this council. Nicholas Thompson is the editor of Wired magazine. He joins us from San Francisco via Skype. Nick, so good to see you. And first, who is still in Trump's Business Advisory Council, and what does this group actually do?
Well, the group is set up to advise Trump on the American economy and also particularly where the economy is growing. And it's actually still full of luminaries, right? You still have Jamie Dimon, you still have Jack Welch, you still have the CEOs of Walmart, PepsiCo, all kinds of companies, lots of financial service people. Where you really have the problem is with the tech industry.
Now, Uber, we know that Uber has pulled out of the advisory body completely. Is this all because of the political pressure, the Delete Uber campaign?
There's a lot of political pressure coming at Uber, and there's a lot of political pressure in Silicon Valley, where most of the companies are opposed to Donald Trump in sort of a core sense. Many of them are run by immigrants. A lot of them have a lot of immigrants working for it. And most importantly, they have a lot of young people who live in Silicon Valley, who live in California, who are quite culturally opposed, politically opposed to Donald Trump. And so what's happened at all of these companies is that there's been a little bit of an uprising of the junior employees. So Travis Kalanick, who runs Uber, got in lots of trouble in a couple of ways. One, it was perceived that they were profiteering off the protests over the ban during the airport protests, where they sort of set up special prices for people trying to get out of the airport. And then secondly, a lot of the engineers at Uber said, what are you doing? Why are you advising Donald Trump? So he suddenly had 200,000 people deleting their app as part of the protest, and these essential employees who are so hard to recruit, so hard to retain, up in arms, asking him how he could stay in this advisory council, and so he decided to drop out.
And Nick, despite the, as you put it, uprising in tech, Elon Musk says he will still attend this meeting. And he also issued a statement, we're going to bring it up for our viewers now, saying this, that advisory councils simply provide advice, and attending does not mean that I agree with actions by the administration, unquote. Elon Musk also says that he plans to take his travel ban objections directly to President Trump. But Nick, will Trump listen?
Well, it's not clear whether Trump will listen. You can absolutely understand Elon Musk's position, which is, look, Elon Musk has spoken out against a number of Trump policies and has been part of the group that's been criticizing the ban. But he also wants a place at the table. He wants to be able to say things to Trump. He really wants Trump to understand the importance of solar energy, for example, and space exploration. And the thing about Elon Musk is that he is almost a demigod in Silicon Valley, and so he can kind of do what he wants without having to worry that his employees are going to quit. They're so eager to work with him. He's very special. So he went on Twitter. He said, "Hey, everybody, give me ideas. Join the debate." I think he actually has handled it. I think he's handled it well. I don't think there's going to be a backlash against him.
Yeah, so either through statements or through boycotts, a number of tech companies, top firms here, are taking a stance against Trump, and especially his immigration ban. Microsoft, that company published this open letter asking the Trump administration to consider exceptions for visa-holding workers and students. They also issued this statement saying this, that they are deeply valued contributors to the innovation, research, and business acumen of our nation. They serve these critical roles in the successful operations of American companies. Nick, these are powerful, very valuable American tech firms, but can they sway President Trump?
Well, it's not clear. I mean, they're not just powerful American tech firms. They are the largest, the second largest, the fourth largest, and the sixth largest companies in the world by market capitalization. Yeah. There is so much money and so much influence. These companies are huge, and they care about this at a very deep level. Half of the billion-dollar companies that have been founded in America have been founded by immigrants. Half of the companies in Silicon Valley are founded by immigrants. There is a huge immigrant culture in the tech community and in this very fast-growing part of the economy. That said, it's not clear how much influence they will have with Donald Trump. Clearly, he's going to want the economy to grow. Clearly, he's going to have incentives to have these companies do well. But as we've seen, he's a president with his own opinions who won't necessarily be swayed by these letters and these protests.
Nick Thompson, always